We had one open house, no showings. How many days on the market was it?
Like 90 or something.
Okay, so 90 days on the market. Great. And so I'm still, do you know what his motivation was for reason for moving?
Downsize.
Downsizing. Okay. And what's the major motivation there? That's the thing he's doing, but why is he downsizing?
I just think they're older and it was like maintenance on the property and things because they have a couple acres.
Do you think that, or do you know that?
He mentioned it, but he said he's willing to stay.
Okay. Well, that's what I'm getting at here. Okay, good. So maintenance on the house is, I would dig there because here's what it comes down to ultimately is we have to identify the pain, push down on it, identify the pain and push down on it, and then push down hard, and then introduce the pleasure. Because if in truly is something that they want to downsize because there's a significant reason there, but also sometimes the pain is they don't know it. They don't know what the pain is. And so you introduce pain by asking a series of questions. So okay, great. So and maybe even challenge their motivations for moving altogether. And that would be something like, well, it sounds like you may not even be all that interested in moving. Are you good there for the next 5 years? If are you cool? Are you good with it? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, we are. So sometimes they're just saying that it's their hard exterior, right? They're just building that shield around themselves. So then they don't get hurt, essentially is what it is. And then you can just say, hey, I'm out of curiosity. Are you okay with, if the market were to, if your home would lose, if your home lost $50,000 or $100,000 over the next 2 years, would you be okay? Would that change your motivation level of maximizing your price and getting the most amount of money out of your home today? Right?
Yep.
And so, have you heard about, and you're still, again, there's all this predicated on how long they can stay on the phone with you and be open-minded to asking a series of questions. So Mr. and Mrs. Seller, have you heard about operating or selling and buying within a vessel? No, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, William. Well, it would simply mean if you look at a vessel, like it's a big vessel and your money is kind of in there, right? And you're kind of on one end is the selling side, the other end is the buying side. Well, recognizing that when you sell in a particular market at a particular price based on certain market conditions, well, then when you buy within that same market condition, assuming you're staying within the same community and definitely the same timeline, 1 to 3 months, then you're simply moving money around. And you're also moving your body from home A to home B. At the same time, if you sell for lower than your expectations were because of the market conditions, just like stock, if stocks are down, they're down, period. Real estate values could be lower than the seller's expectations. It doesn't change how much the home is worth. It just changes their perspective of that. So if you were to sell lower than what you anticipated based on a preconceived idea, based on the market though, then can we agree that you would also be buying lower? Right? Yeah. And so it begs the question, Mr. Seller, are there any inherent benefits? Now that we've agreed, even if they haven't agreed, I'm still going to introduce the idea that we've made an agreement here. Now that we've concluded, because you've left no wiggle room there, that it's simply a matter of moving money around, and you're not selling low and buying high. You're selling lower than your expectations are, but you're also buying within the same market. So you're kind of just moving money around. Then aren't we really then looking at, are there any tangible benefits that you can experience today that would have a significant benefit to you and your wife, Sally, being able to be in that home today, that other house, that condo today that you can think of? Because that's what it really comes down to. Because I'm not here to convince you to sell. In fact, maybe you should stay put for the next 10 years. At the same time, for most folks that recognize the operating within the vessel concept, they take action on it immediately because they recognize that home, after all, Mr. Seller, is where the heart is. Something like that. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
Because if he's 500 firm, we have to dig into this. What is this about? Are you okay with staying there for 5 years? There's a series of ways. If you think about it like a circle, if we're just trying to go around and find the way that we can get in, it's not through making statements, it's through asking questions, then acknowledging and asking more. Would you? Is it okay if? What do you think about? Does that make sense?
Yes.